there is a group of Israelites in Austin that believe that Irish people are also a tribe of Israel. And I hung out with them for like 45 minutes. They let me hit the blunt with them. It was one of the best days of my life.
You're just wearing like a Chicago Bears and like a green hat, you know? Mom, what county are we from? Are we from Kilkenny? No. Tell Malik which county we're from.
Remember when Alexas first came out in like 2016, 2017?
Yeah.
This is what I want to tell you about, man.
This is the ghetto ass Siri.
Yeah, the ghetto ass Siri. And so I stayed in a hotel for free after I worked at a music festival.
Okay.
Where they put us up, and the lady was giving us a tour, and she opens the door, and I knew what Alexa was, but she opens the door and she was like, by the way, every room is powered by Alexa. And then she goes, Alexa, play Bone Thugs and Harmony. And it starts playing Bone Thugs and Harmony, and I go, oh, Alexa, play Comedy Central. And she's like, oh, that doesn't work. It's not connected to the TV.
Okay.
And so I was like, Alexa, dim the lights. And she's like, it's not connected to the lights. I was like, what is the Alexa connected to? And she was like, it's just a standalone device. And I was like, okay. So this isn't like a smart room. Like I know what I'm talking about. You just have an Alexa. This isn't run by Alexa.
Okay, lady, you have a free device here.
Yeah. And so then we start leaving the hotel, like to go downstairs to have dinner or whatever. And so on the way down, I go up to every single door and I go, hey, Alexa, play Cotton Eye Joe. And I could hear Cotton Eye Joe coming on in every single room. And she was getting so mad. It was kind of funny. But then I get home to Austin and I start telling my friends that story at like this little sushi place on Guadalupe. And I tell them that story and I say, and then I go to, hey, Alexa, play Cotton Eye Joe. And the music in the restaurant stops and it starts playing Cotton Eye Joe in the restaurant. Man, Alexas are easy to hack, man. Yeah. I also like just the confidence to be like, oh yeah, this room is like smart. It's powered by Alexa. And it's like, you $250, you got this off Amazon.
Not even. They would give them away for free that far back.
That's so funny.
I remember like everybody had a Google Home because they were giving them away for free.
At South by.
And yeah.
I got a box of them.
Yeah. I remember my friends bragging and be like, yeah, I'm like, it's spying on you. This is back in like 10 years ago when people didn't know that stuff spied on you.
When you sounded insane to be like, hey, that device listens to you all the time.
And like, they're giving it away for free, which means they're getting something out of it.
Yeah. Also, I like when you'd be like, yeah, how do I know it's listening to us all the time? Hey, Alexa. And it'd go, yes. And I'd be like, that's how. I say its name and it answers me. I don't have to click a button and say its name. I say its name and it answers me.
It'll say, yes. Do you want me to play Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Volume 20.
You know, it can do all of the things you said before, though, now. It can do, like, dim the lights, turn the TV on, do all that shit.
It could do that then.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah. I remember I saw the Philips light bulbs that you could dim and make change colors and stuff.
I love those, yeah.
You love those?
I do. I have the one where you have the app and you can get it to like the perfect candle. I have mine set on candlelight 4.
You're creating artificial candlelight in your room? I've been to Sam's apartment. It's not candlelight vibes.
It's a sad room.
Candlelight can't add any positivity to that environment. Candlelight just makes it like a monk's story.
It's not even minimalist. It's like it's on someone on the it's the room of someone who's recovering from homelessness.
That's like if you added like a pet mouse to the room and just let it free. I just kind of want to add some variables to the situation to make it seem more sad and medieval.
I hung up 2 pieces of art since you got there, since you've seen it.
Really?
And I got a nightstand that does not go with anything else.
Is that the nightstand that's been by the door?
Yeah.
That's the front door nightstand.
It's been moved into the room now.
What's funny is right across from that is another nightstand with a photo of Bobby Sands above it. Yeah. So you had 2 nightstands in your...
Oh, Bobby's in my room.
Oh, Bobby's in your room.
Bobby, Irish, famed IRA leader, Bobby Sands. People think it's my mom.
Yeah.
Women will come into my room And they'll go, oh, is that a photo of your mom? I'm like, no, that's famed IRA leader Bobby Sands. But at a glance, but by candlelight 4, it does look like my mom.
He has the bureau one and then one of him really hungry right next to each other just to show a little dynamic.
It's so sad. I'll set the light switch to a little flicker. and it's not a nice, it's like a standard office light, like the true, just like the kind of bendy metal frame one that you can just, it looks like just like a regular nightstand or light.
Yeah.
There is no ceiling fan and there is no light fixture.
No light fixture, no.
So the only way to have light is from that lamp, and that's the only light source in there. And yet there are light switches on the wall, but they click to nothing. They're just there.
It's more of a symbol than anything.
Decoration.
Yes, they're decorative light switches.
In a sense, it's really just a metaphor. It just kind of paints a picture within itself.
Yeah, that's the goal for the next department, is to have light fixtures.
I'd like to sleep inside. Bathroom inside this time.
Actually, the next apartment that I'm moving into in a week I'll be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I will have my own bathroom again.
That is nice.
We're moving on up.
Does it have its own shower?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And unit washer and dryer. Flex on me now, bitch. Let's go. Come on now.
Let's go.
I do not know if there is a light fixture though in the room.
Well, you got that light, so you can throw candles on whenever
Come
you
on
need
now.
to. You
Come
can
on.
set the mood. You can play your white noise machine that plays the breeze.
Alexa-
Then put on your fake candle.
Alexa, scare the hose.
Alexa, simulate love for me.
That was always that is a stand-up bit I miss. Was the 2015-2017 hack comedian who was like, Alexa, who this bitch? I just learned who Siri was.
I remember the
Your
big,
girl always goes, who's Alexa?
a joke you'd see everyone do is like Instagram. What am I supposed to get a cocaine really quickly here? And then you'd see it everywhere all the time.
The what now? I'm sorry.
So when Instagram first came out,
It's so stupid that I went over.
I don't even get
also
it.
you weren't doing comedy when Instagram first came out, like 2012.
No, I didn't start comedy till
In
much later.
2012 when Instagram came out.
Yeah.
The biggest open mic joke was like Instagram.
Oh, you need a gram instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
Instagram.
Christ.
How quick can your dealer get here?
Yeah.
Or something like that. You
Yeah.
know. And I'd see even bigger name comics do stuff like that. But I saw a guy on the Apollo Theater make that joke. I think the main guy from the Apollo Theater, whatever his name is.
Martin Lawrence.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't
I think
know.
people think of the Apollo Theater as a bigger deal than it was. It was basically an open mic when I was in New York.
Really.
Oh,
Like anyone could perform at Apollo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many does it even seat?
A couple hundred, but it was
I just associate it with Def Jam.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, back then it used to be, but like now in New York, they'll have like these big Apollo shows where it'll be like, 50 people in the lineup. And it's
That
like,
sucks.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love nothing better than a comedy poster with like 25 people on it and someone's name is like Donnie the Barber. You know what I mean? Donnie the Barber or like Angel the comedian. And then there's like 45 people on that poster. I love those posters.
I was really considering changing my username on everything to Sam #2 funny. Sam too funny.
There's a lot of comedians with like just professions as their name. Like,
Yes. Yeah, the abortion doctor.
I studied at Harvard.
Yeah, it's Smiley, the abortion doctor Castillo. Yeah, that's something I do miss is a lot of like Latino guys just going by Smiley. I don't see that anymore.
Wait, Smiley used to be a Latino nickname?
Yeah, oh, big time, like Spider or Sonny.
Smiley.
Smiley.
Oh,
maybe
that's
it's a Texas
awesome.
Latino thing.
I
I
don't
just grew up
know.
with a lot of Smileys.
I've never met a Smiley before, but that's an awesome
Really?
nickname. That's such a
Yeah.
cool nickname.
And you would give it to like the really sad people typically, like the guy whose like brother died in a DUI. What's up, Smiley? And he's like, hi.
One time a guy called me Biggin. A country guy called me Biggin because I'm fat.
Biggin?
Yeah, and I was like, that got me, man. He was like, yeah, how you doing, Biggin? And I was like, a lot worse now. A lot worse than I was just about 15 seconds ago.
Is that the first time you met this guy?
Yeah, that was the first time I met this guy. I'll never forget his name. His name was Levi Wooten. Levi Wooten. Levi Wooten said, oh, hi, how you doing, Biggin? And I was like, oh, God.
What is it? Night at the Apollo? Yeah, it's big and too funny to comedian. That's so funny, man. Welcome to Bad News, everybody. This is the Bad News Podcast. I'm Sam Castillo.
I'm JT Kelley.
Always with us.
Jimmy Clifford.
This is the show where it's not good news. It's bad news. It's conspiracy theories. It's also just things that'll keep you up at night, But we try to make it funny. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Do you have the doc? It's one of the funniest photos I've ever seen in my life. It's just like an event that I think is like unbelievable. Where like the Black Israelites.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Black Israelite photo where they have the guy, the white boy that's rocking with them. So there's a bunch of different types of Black Israelites, but the ISUPK, they're pretty much Baptists. They're just racist Baptists. I don't know if you want to call it racist. They don't like white people. We calling that racist in 2024?
Well, not liking a race or a group of people based upon their race. I would say that's racist.
In 2020, we changed the game.
I'm not racist. I have racial preferences. No, I'm a racial prefer.
Do you remember in 2020 when it was like really normal to do black only spaces and you'd be told, it's going to be a black only space. And you guys be like, all right, man.
Well, yeah, they're like, you can't be racist against white people.
Yeah. So.
And I'd say, hold on, let me try.
Yeah. You haven't even seen me run yet, baby. But this guy, the white guy that's on the same team as the Black Israelites, the ISUPK, they think it's like the Israeli University of Practical Knowledge or something like that. Israeli of Universal Practical Knowledge, Israel School of Universal Practical Knowledge, the coolest guys in the world. They're the guys that are out on the corners getting people to lick their shoes.
Yeah, they're usually getting like a girl, like a hedge fund analyst's like daughter, who's like a trembling. Remember like at my work on Sunday, that girl who came in? Where I work, this girl came in and she didn't have money, so she just stood at the register and called her parents and she said, "Can I have money?" That's how. They didn't say hello, didn't say hi, mom. She said, "Can I have money?" Great, awesome. Yeah, I don't know, like maybe like $30. Thank you. And then hung up. And then she was like, "Hold one sec." Like we're standing at the register, and that's how it was amazing.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah.
I would love to have one of those phone calls that's like a $30 click away.
Click.
Oh,
Yeah, that kind
God.
of girl, the white guilt, that's like the white fragility, the critical race theory, the CRT. Yeah, she's someone who's like, yeah, my dad's such a bootlicker. Excuse me, I need to go kiss this other guy's boot.
So they rule. They started in like forever ago in the early 1900s. Pretty much just a guy because was like, you know what? I think we're actually Israelites. I think black people are Israelites and we're the true Jews and all the rest of the Jews are fake. So their thing is standing on the corner and shouting. But they also like to harass white people.
Are you sure they're not Puerto Rican?
They on suspicion. You know what's funny?
Jimmy, you're showing your preferences.
When they first started, the first two people that were also Israelites besides black Americans were West Indies and Puerto Ricans.
Two Puerto Ricans.
They were standing on the corner shouting, and they saw the way the Puerto Ricans were looking at him, and they said, you know what, this could be an alliance. You know what, you also might be one of the tribes. We fucking...
I'm seeing a 14th tribe.
And they all have little mustaches.
It's called Baseball Jugadores.
I always used to say if I went to prison, I wouldn't want to be a Nazi, so I would just learn Spanish and pretend I was like a light-skinned Puerto Rican guy, And I'd try to bang with the Norteños or the Sorteño. I don't think you actually have to join a gang if you go to prison anymore.
You'd be called Blue Eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. What's Blue Eyes in Spanish? Azul ojos?
Oh, yeah.
They'd say, oh, Azul ojos. And I go, and just kind of laugh, to keep up the Puerto Rican thing. They'd keep me around just to have a good time. But that's how I'd feel as this guy. The white boy that gets to bang with the fucking black Israelites is the happiest man on earth. That guy is living, dude. That guy is living on cloud 9. I've never seen that before in my life. So there's another type of black Israelite that's also you guys have seen the black Israelites in Austin, right?
Yeah, they hang out in front of the comedy mothership and they just scream at these like Brazilian jiu-jitsu like security guards, and they're like, "You guys are the devil."
Yeah. Yeah, I love him.
And then
I love him.
And then like some like blogger who like hates stand-up comedy is like, they are the devil, and they don't understand why they're screaming at them. They're comedian fascists, and they're like, no, they're just white.
I worked at a coffee or ice cream shop with a girl that had said, I don't watch stand-up because so much of it is problematic. She said, comedy's been ruined for me. And I was like, that's like the saddest thing I've ever heard. I was like, wait, you don't want to watch comedy or laugh anymore because you're scared someone might offend you? That's so sad. Let's just try to make $14 an hour at this ice cream shop, homegirl. I'm stealing.
The thumbnail for this episode is going to be us with caution tape over our mouths.
Man, so you want to scroll up to the best video? There's two that I put in there of the ISUPK guys, the Philly store owners, because my dream is to go out dressed like these guys and see if I can blend in. But so there's like two types of popular. Well, there's a bunch of different camps of like black Israelites, and the two most popular are the ISUPK and then people that will just call themselves Hebrews, but they identify with like the black Hebrew like identity there, right? So there's two groups in Austin that are popular: the ISUPK, black Israelites. The black Israelites that are not the ISUPK, because ISUPK, those are the guys that are saying, lick my shoes, white people.
Right.
Those are the ones screaming, you're the devil. They're calling everyone Edomites, right? And they're screaming, you know, you're from the lost tribe, you're against God, you're the bad guys in the Bible, we're the good guys in the Bible. There is a group of Israelites in Austin that used to hang outside my old office when I worked at Atmosphere TV, the Chive TV place, that believe that Irish people are also a tribe of Israel. And I hung out with them for like 45 minutes. They let me hit the blunt with them. It was one of the best days of my life. And then they found out I didn't really have the beliefs that they had. So like they were like, fuck out of here. But there was like a good 45 minutes where I was like, I'm going to go get on some fucking crazy costume and hang out with these guys every Saturday. I love you.
You're just wearing like a Chicago Bears and like a green hat, you know? Mom, what county are we from? Are we from Kilkenny? No. Tell Malik which county we're from.
I would love to put on the fake shawl and like the big like fake crown on my head and the wrist stuff and walk around and be like, shame, devil, shame, you're the devil, shame, you're the devil. I would love that. To do that with like fucking 40 of my friends. Oh man, these guys are great. What
are those Irish clubs that they use?
Shillelaghs?
Yeah, you're holding a shillelagh.
I'm trying to click my heels together. I like being a token for us.
Yeah, you just show up in Notre Dame fighting Irish.
Just full leprechaun.
Sorry, you go ahead.
No, roll tape. This is so good. It's a short video.
If you happen to walk by, you're going to get a bit of shock treatment.
This scripture means that the white man is the devil.
Shock talk meant to stir people of color into action. That's how Commander General Yahana headed the
Commander General Yahana.
Knowledge.
If you're gonna give yourself a name, go full Salvation Army on it and be like, yeah, I'm Commander General of what, dude? What type of army are you Commander General of? 8 guys with a sign that says West Indies, Haitians, Dominicans, Guatemalans. This looks like propaganda that would be at one of my uncle's houses. This is nuts. Love it.
Yeah, I make my kids call me the Commander.
But roll tape on what he says.
Describes weekly protests he leads outside of the shops at Liberty Place in Center City. This video taken by the ISUPK is posted on the school's website and on YouTube. He says he and members of his Christian Bible school are well within their First Amendment rights.
Even calling it just a Christian Bible school is like, well, I wouldn't say that's an apt description.
And I didn't want to step on you earlier like we were cooking, but just one of the things that's so awesome about the ISUPK is the actual letters that it stands for. Like, it's the PK is practical knowledge. This is practicality. Hey, it would be impractical of me to not let you white people know that you were the devil. It would be impractical of me to not.
You know, a theme in a lot of religions that is that the white people are the devil. So there might be some truth in that.
And here's the thing. We know. Who, like, even in jest or practically, look at what we've done.
Yeah. Also, look at what we've done. No, but look at what we've done.
Also, like, look at movies. I don't think that I can think of one movie where the devil was black. It's always a white guy, isn't it?
Yeah, you think about like Devil's Advocate, Pacino. Are we considering Italian white?
Yeah, not really.
I mean, but for all intents and purposes, you know.
Not Daredevil.
Daredevil was white.
Yeah, Daredevil was white. What about Nick Cage from Ghost Rider? Peter Fonda was the devil.
White man.
White man.
I honestly can't name any of these movies that we're saying. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we're not watching the Bible man from the Black Israelite.
Yeah, I'm like, I know Veggie Tales, babe.
Yeah, but you know they're Veggie Tales, so it's just the tomatoes screaming at the white cauliflower, being like, the white cauliflower is the devil.
I'd also like to see Black Israelite APAC. You got Black Israelite money, like getting into all the lobbyists, getting into all the senators' heads. Man, what we need is separate schools for white people and black people.
Chuck Schumer's in a do-rag.
Man,
I've said it before. I said it again. We are ardent, unwavering supporters of Black Israel.
they should start claiming birthright.
As Chuck Schumer, I may be from Albany, New York, but I'm actually of Judah. All right, go ahead.
Black men!
But shop owners say they've heard enough. Today in court, their lawyers argued the group is trespassing. In addition, they say the group's offensive language frightens customers.
They preach about how they hate white people, how they hate gays, how they're preaching calling women whores. I mean, really hostile kind of language that makes people feel intimidated and fearful, and that's not protected by the First Amendment.
We don't hate white people, but God hates white people.
I'm so sorry. Oh, man, we got to get that. I'm so sorry. Okay, all right. Who thinks that this guy hasn't said something bad about gays or women, though? That's what I wanted to say. We think this guy in the suit hasn't said something bad about gay people and women?
Yeah, for real. He's never been a friend. He's never been a friend or an ally until the second he got paid to be the Philly store owner.
I don't think this
I
guy's-
guarantee any of his family's churches are doing the same exact thing, just with a little bit different verbiage.
I don't think this guy's a feminist. All right, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead.
By the First Amendment,
We don't hate white people, but God hates white people.
Him walking away, the clip of him walking away after saying that is pretty tight too. We don't hate white people. God.
The editor
hates
had a
white
field
people.
day where they're like, one more time. Here we go.
We don't hate white people, but God hates white people.
Commander General Yohanna says members of his group have
Damn, in their mind, they're like, there's like an explosion going on behind them. Or they're like, just let them know that God hates them.
They also believe that white people will all be their slaves one day, and that we'll live in a society where Black Israelites like reign over us.
They watched that one Jay-Z video too many times.
Yeah, the one with Maria Ambrovich or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another Black Israelite video right underneath that's like also fire, because this is like the Philly guys, but you forget this is worldwide. So in Oklahoma, they have a huge Black Israelite population.
That's
out
actually
there.
where the Black Israelite movement started, was in Oklahoma.
Was it Oklahoma? I thought it was Kansas.
No, it started in Oklahoma.
That's
In
incredible.
Guthrie, Oklahoma, Frank Cherry. I was reading about this. And what's interesting about like the founder, Frank Cherry, of any religion, is that like the Black Israelites are truly, if anyone's like saying that they're not a valid faith, it's the same as any religion. It's
Yeah.
a guy, and at least any American religion.
Yeah.
Because it's the same as Mormonism, which is like a dude who left the East Coast, went out to the New West, and just got bit by a rattlesnake, started hallucinating, and was like, you know what God told me?
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone just bought in.
Yeah. I'm not even kidding, they should have the right to return as well. Like, I believe not only is this a real genuine movement of faith, but they're real Jews too. They are 100% real Jewish people to me.
Well, that was something that was so interesting. I was reading about like all of like the major figureheads of the Black Israelites Wikipedias, and at the end of every Wikipedia article, there was they had the same sentence, which clearly meant that this same guy edited every single Wikipedia page. It's this he's an actual like black guy. It's not like a Black Israelite where it's like they're black people who all claim to be Israelites. It's an African American who is an actual rabbi. So he's a Jewish guy, African American rabbi named Shainas Raib. And at the end of Frank Cherry, the founder of the Black Israelites Wikipedia page, it says, Black African-American Orthodox Jewish scholar and rabbi Shinus Raib claims that Frank Cherry is not of the Jewish faith, but is actually just a Southern Baptist with skewed views. Then the next one, which was Crowley, the guy who really evangelized the Black Israelite faith, it was the exact words at the end of his Wikipedia. African-American rabbi scholar Shinus Raib says Crowley is not of the Jewish faith, but is a Southern Baptist. It's like, oh, Shinus Raib went in and just said, I'm editing everybody's Wikipedia.
Yeah, got a little AI bot to do that. Yeah, man. If you make up a religion, you're that religion, all right? Yeah, I give that. That's the beauty of America, baby. That's the beauty of fucking America. Oh, did I tell you about going to that religious camp out on accident?
No, go ahead.
So my wife and I went to like the Blanco State Park or whatever, like to go see a river, and we're staying at this place that has all these crazy like religious looking statues.
Okay.
And so we're like, whatever, it's just like how you decorate. We've never heard of this religious guy. His name was like Baghdad or some shit.
Okay.
So we're camping, and then we start cooking hot dogs over the fire at night.
Oh, you don't know Baghdad?
No, I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with the random fucking deities from the Far East.
We stand outside of the Walgreens and call them white devils all the time.
Yeah, I've always been fine with Jesus. But we're cooking hot dogs. My wife walks out to like the little outhouse out there.
Yeah.
And when she's way far out there, this guy pulls up on an ATV and is like, are you cooking meat over the fire? And she's like, yeah. And he starts getting mad at her.
I'm grilling.
Yeah, we're grilling, we're camping. And so she kind of like just starts hustling back to me, like cuts him off mid-sentence. And she's like, hey, some guy just came out on an ATV. And I was like, okay. So right then, like a woman walks up and she's like, hey, are you guys cooking hot dogs over this fire? And we're like, that's absolutely what we're doing. And she's like, this is sacramental flame. We're going to have to cleanse this. This is how we give offerings to our deity. And you guys have
Glizzies.
Yeah. And I was like, that's so interesting that your God can be killed by hot dogs, because my God is so much stronger than your God. Like, that's all I can think is like, interesting. My God is an awesome God. Completely unlike your God, who's now just been dunked on by, what was that? 2 hot dogs? All right.
Yeah.
Very weak religion.
Some cheese-filled Oscar Mayer diesels.
Yeah.
Did you ever have those growing up? The cheese-filled hot dogs?
Those are incredible.
They would inject them.
Yeah.
And then you put those in the microwave and you let them sing.
That's what my blood looks like ever since I got vaccinated.
It's just that kind of oozy, viscous cheese.
I would love a cheese corn dog at this point.
Yeah, we might have to pause.
Yeah. Roll tape of the Oklahoma guys. This is a religion I would join tomorrow.
Oh yeah, let's fast forward a little bit actually. Just keep going. Right here. Yes. So yeah, these guys will stand outside of a black Southern Baptist church and scream at them for not being the right kind of black Christian or Israeli.
They're outside at Ebenezer. It's like, I think it's what, Ebenezer something, the same type of church that MLK taught at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny.
Following Sunday services,
To stop this foolishness!
the IUIC says it's carrying out a Blitz the Christian Church movement.
The commandments of God are not being taught in the churches.
However, Ebenezer Baptist Church calling it harassment.
Why do y'all worship on Sunday? Where in the Bible can we read that?
We don't need you to tell us how to live our lives.
All right, let's pause.
The church also claiming the seat.
All right, yeah, that's just sad. That was a man who's almost in tears. Just being like,
Can we watch him again?
oh, all right.
Can we watch him again?
Harassment.
Why do y'all worship on Sunday? Where in the Bible can we read that?
We don't need you to tell us how to live our lives.
Dude, that guy had the whitest teeth in the world.
Dude, yeah, he had some Gary Busey's on him.
Look at that.
Damn.
That's whiter than his shirt.
Damn. But hold on. Like, we'll get to all this in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Is there no better point in your life where you're like, Doc, tear all of the teeth out of my fucking head and put some porcelain in there. Let's
That's the
go.
dream.
I want some yappers.
Mm-hmm.
I want some onion rings like Busey, and I want to just go. Oh, see, I got.
I would say make mine out of ivory.
You want ivory teeth?
I want real ivory teeth. I want to go kill the elephant myself. Bring the ivory back to my guy here. I don't want him to be able to speak a lick of English.
No, what you want to do is you want to kill the baby and then make the parents watch, and they'll remember forever. Because they got a good
elephants
memory.
never forget.
Never forget.
No.
9/11, dude. They never forget.
All these elephants are still mourning 9/11. Did any country send us any elephants because 9/11 happened?
Oh, bro. They should have.
They should have.
But those cowards didn't, dude.
No one stood up for us. No one stood up for us after 9/11. We had to do what we did. We had to do it because no one wanted to send us any elephants or gifts to say, hey, sorry you guys just had a domestic attack. That's totally not like you guys.
Instead, England just offered us a narrative. That's all they did. They helped us. They just co-signed a false narrative.
No, I wish I had an elephant. Man, do they march more in this video?
To be honest, the rest of this video is just very sad, and it's just like the pastor and his wife being like explaining how they were gonna sue the Black Israelites, and the summation of this is that the judge in Oklahoma is like, nah, they're well within their rights.
They are.
They are. They're on public property. Sorry. Yeah. Like, I don't like that they're, and because it's an Oklahoma judge.
That they're what? You don't like that they're what?
Yes. No. You don't like that these guys are what? Exactly.
No, that they're chastising a church, because that's the thing about like all the judges in Oklahoma is like there's supposed to be a separation of church and state, but the judges there are like, fuck that shit. I'm a Christian and I'm a judge. And the Christian judge is like, I don't like that they're screaming at a church, but it's all right.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's what the judge was saying. You guys are trying to paint me to a corner.
No, I don't want to paint you in a corner.
You're trying to paint my.
I just saw that. You saw that fire in his eye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw that little twinkle turned into a little.
I said,
about to get rallied up about something.
I said, bring them to the abortion clinic, okay? I'm just trying to worship.
Man, I bet the ISUPK has super strong opinions on abortion. Probably get them out there to fight the Christians, the white Christians.
I mean, that is a black conspiracy theory that Planned Parenthood is anti-black.
Well, so like, it's not a conspiracy that like whatever the lady's name was, Margaret, I think it was Singer, said that we should sterilize black women to try to lessen the black. Like, that's like a known thing.
That is a known thing. It actually was an anti-black
Yeah, but
movement.
it has even got money funded from the government for not just Planned Parenthood, but other abortion services. So I mean, that's not a conspiracy theory.
No.
We also used to go and get Native American women and then offer them free medical health care if they were sterilized.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like that's not conspiracy.
No.
That's if that sounds conspiracy, you just haven't read, baby. You're just not a beautiful big brain boy like me who saw that article on Reddit 12 years ago and read it and remembered it. Now I'm a genius.
That's me. There in the corner, losing my religion. I'm on DMT. I'm shaking, and I've just got Reddit open to my phone. I'm coming off a big vision quest, and what I'm seeing is no good.
So the black rabbi that you were talking about,
Shai Nasraib,
that guy is kind of right when he says that they're essentially Southern Baptists, because they're not like Messianic Jews in the sense that they're like they're not from a theological lineage of Judaism. They're from a theological lineage closer to how the Southern Baptists view the Bible and view God.
Well, because the Black Israelites, they focus on like how current Christians are misinterpreting not the Talmud or the Elder Scrolls,
the Christian
Elder
Bible.
Scrolls, the Dead Scrolls, sorry, and the Torah. They're critiquing how people interpret the Bible and the gospel, which means they are Christians.
Yeah. So there's some Black Israelites that are Christians that only study, or that aren't Christians and they're only into the Torah. And then there's some Black Israelites that are Messianic in the sense that they believe that Jesus was one of the Messiahs, and that's what's understood throughout the Bible. And then ISUPK, they believe that Jesus was the Son of God.
Practical knowledge.
Yeah. ISUPK, part of the practical knowledge is that Jesus is
the God,
the Lord and the Son of God. Yeah.
Yeah, that's practical.
But a lot of Black Israelites, they don't worship Jesus.
And how impractical?
That doesn't sound practical to me,
Not
buddy.
to me.
Wait, you're telling me you're not going to bow down to the King of Kings? That sounds like the least practical decision you could make, buddy.
Let me tell you this much. If it ain't JC, it's backdoor. Or Bogdor, sorry.
It's Bogda. I don't remember that. I can't remember that guy's actual name. But I remember when we asked her, like, so what's your guys' God's deal? She was like, well, Hindus thought he was Hindu and Muslims thought he was Muslim, but he was really just kind of a mixture of all those things.
Turns out he was whatever we say he is.
Yeah. This guy, they have a temple for him in Blanco, Texas, and he is a skinny fella, and they're putting him on statues, and I don't know exactly what they do to him.
Here, while he's looking that up, I noticed in the Google Doc you wrote a story about how you were on a bus to Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
Tell me that story.
When I went to Louisiana. Well, I was going to Mississippi one time.
Quit bragging.
And I had to take a mega bus through Louisiana to get to Mississippi.
Yeesh.
And the two guys in front of me, one of them, they knew each other, but they clearly weren't good friends. And they were talking about.
Don't you love that? A long trip with acquaintances in front of you.
Yeah.
And you have to walk to them and try to be civil.
You know what would be better than a long trip? Get in on a fucking megabus. Let's get on a fucking megabus with an acquaintance. And this guy was clearly trying to get this guy into Black Israelite stuff. And he was just talking to him about the Bible and conspiracy. And like a lot of it was
You
like
mean theory.
Yeah. I call it hard biblical theory. But like the same people that are into like Black Israelite stuff in the sense that like the Bible's all black people and like Jesus was a black man and that like, you know, the US is modern Babylon and stuff like that. They also think that like we use the pyramids to time travel. Like they're out there. Those guys are pretty out there. But those two guys are sitting in front of me and they would kind of agree about like the pyramids and like the Native Americans being Africans and stuff like that.
Right.
But the guy couldn't really get them all the way on board for the like the Black Israelite thing. But on that same bus ride, I was wearing Jordan 3s, very cute shoes, and there was a guy 2 seats over from me.
They were fake.
That was freestyle rapping to himself. And at one point he was like, I see you on your iPhone. I don't know if it's a 4. I don't know if it's a 5. I see you with your J's down there. When we're off the bus, they're mine. And was just talking about robbing me for my shoes and my phone while I was on my phone. And I was like, oh my God. And he did that like 5 or 6 bars in a row, just talking about robbing me. But then we get off the bus in Louisiana at a gas station. The Black Israelite gets arrested for shoplifting at the gas station.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, were you threatened by the guy who was threatening you?
No, I wasn't really too worried about it. I thought, like, what, are you going to kill me for these dirty shoes? I thought if you
And
actually
you're
want
white. You're not keeping those things clean.
No, not at all.
No.
Oh, I don't keep anything clean. I treat everything in my life like trash. This world is disposable. Just like the environment. You know what I mean?
You're the devil, dude.
Yeah. I'm leaning in. I'm Jacoby in the way that I treat this world, man. But I remember thinking, if he wants to rob me for my shoes and my phone, he can have them, you know? I don't have a lot, but he can have them. I'm not going to die for this.
Look,
but
he clearly needs it. He's on a megabus.
But I, you know, I was like 18 or I guess I was like 22, 23. I had a beard down to here. I was wearing an old military coat. I was super fat. I was smelly. In my mind, I'm like, you're not going to mess with me. Like, at the end of the day, you're like, I'm not going to fuck with this gross blob of a man, you know?
It turns out he's Bogdor.
Yeah. What's this guy's name?
Shridi Baba?
Oh, Baba, yeah.
Shirdi Baba.
With Baba's blessing, the land will have a smaller temple dedicated to Lord Ganesh. Yeah, dude. This is
just
demonic.
Buddhists. Or no, they're Hindu.
No. Buddhists thought he was Buddhist. Hindus thought he was Hindu.
Turns out he's
whatever gets him the pussy. Just like any religion.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishnas are Thai, dude.
I like those guys.
They're all mad racist, though.
Really?
Hare Krishnas still fuck with the caste system heavy.
No.
Yeah. My favorite thing to do at Hare Krishnas is I haven't seen one in years. Last time I saw one was at South by. They give you a stack of books and say it's a gift, and they try to get a donation for you.
Yeah.
I always take the stack of books and just keep them.
I always do that too.
I love it. I've even thrown them away in front of them. Oh, I love doing that. During South by,
Because they're
one time-
racist.
Oh yeah, I hate the Hare Krishnas. They're like a borderline fucking fascist. They suck. Like they're like the Falun Gong. They fucking suck, dude. Hare Krishnas like suck. Oh man, like their whole ideology is not just it is caste based to like the nth degree, and like, but they also
and they get
do
the Irish as the untouchables.
Yeah, I'm down at the bottom. I said I don't fuck with Hare Krishnas, dude. I'll be a Black Israelite. Thank you very much. If you could pick any religion to be true, what religion would it be? And then you had to join it.
And I had to join it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Lutheran. I would be honestly. A lot of the teachings are pretty nice. It would be nice if people were that nice, you know. But I just don't think it goes against human nature to really believe a lot of the teachings of Lutheranism, because it's just such a polite faith. That would be nice if that was the real. I don't know if it's real. I believe it is.
But that would be if you got to pick a real one.
I'd pick
Lutheran?
that, or I would pick the Buddhists. They seem to be, you know. That actually probably is the best one for the earth, because Lutherans are Protestant. The Protestant work ethic is draining the earth of its resources. No. So I guess I would. It is true. It's the root of modern capitalism came from the Protestant work ethic. So even though there's a lot of there's like a lot of teachings in addition to the Ten Commandment that like my sect of Lutheranism employs, because they were the teachings of Martin Luther, and he was trying to salvage Europe from the bubonic plague and feudalism. So he was trying to create a better society. But, I mean, the man had his own problems and created a whole religious civil war. And, you know, it would be nice, I guess, if what I know about the Buddhists, it'd be nice if that was the real one.
Martin Luther, the 95 Thesis guy.
Yeah.
What's your joke about being Lutheran?
Oh, because he's an anti-Semite, which sucks, you know.
Martin Luther's famous for his book, The Jews and Their Lies.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That's one of Martin Luther's like biggest pieces of like written work is The Jews and Their Lies. Yeah.
And I you know, but my joke about being Lutheran is that like we're actually the Jews of Christianity because we always complain and we send things back and we nail things to doors, you know. We leave comments, we leave Yelp reviews, like we're like
because I grew up Reformed, right? I grew up like Protestant, the same type of like religion you did.
Yeah.
Similar enough, at least.
Yeah.
I always think of like nailing 95 Thesis as like the joke I make to make a statement. You know what I mean? To where if it's like, oh, hey, you know, you ordered a bunch of fast food. Do you want to hide it from your wife? I'm like, no, take my receipt and nail it to the bedroom door like the 95 Thesis, you know?
Yeah, take my DoorDash receipt.
Yeah, but then if you didn't grow up Protestant, like very familiar with that story, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
And it's like, oh, okay, so like 1500s-ish, so like...
So it's 1530, Hamburg, Germany.
Yeah.
Let me take you there.
Post-schism world.
Yeah. People are dying of the Crusades. Yeah, that was...
Indulge me, if you will.
The funniest crusade was the Children's Crusade.
Yes, I was about to bring that one up. You go ahead.
Well, I only know of the one. I know there's a couple, but the one where they got the children and they're like, all right, we're going to take them to the crusade. And then they shipped them to a random city as slaves. You know about this one? That is the funniest. It's like, all right, so Islam 1, Christianity 0. that's a pretty good dunk on your society there.
Yeah, the Ottoman Turks were kicking the Christians' asses, and they're like, let's send a boat full of children. They can't possibly lose. And they just all died.
They can't possibly lose. That's what we should have done for January 6th. Send a bunch of kids instead of the right-wingers.
We should have just gave a bunch of weapons to children and said, go, go, go.
Yeah, my dream society.
So many kids to sniff. Quick, get a nose on that one ASAP.
Where are we at time-wise right now?
We're at 53 minutes.
Damn. All right. I feel like that's a good place.
I feel settled up. I love the Black Israelites. You guys look out. The number one bit I'm trying to get done this year is where I can dress up in the same costume as them and try to like blend into their fold when they're outside a mothership.
They're going to brand you.
I would love, so like, this isn't even a joke right now. My dream world is I dress up as that guy. I shave my beard down really short like that. I kind of do like a black guy line. And then I do the same with my hair and I do like the Drake kind of lined up. I go and stand with them.
You get your eyebrows threaded.
But then one of them fucking punches me in the face. And then I sue him for his Dodge Charger. And I get to retire. You know, if 3 or 4 of them jump me, I'm like 25, 75K. You know what I mean? Like, I would love for the ISUPK guys to be like, I'm not putting up with this anymore. Stomp this white boy out.
Oh, you haven't seen JT? Oh, he got a Hellcat.
Yeah, he got a Hellcat in a condo in Dallas that he uses for an Airbnb.
You know, I actually just before getting here, I heard a statistic that the Hellcat is the most stolen car on the market.
I believe
and
it.
it's 61 times more likely to be stolen than any other car.
I believe it.
Toyota Tacoma. Those get stolen much?
No.
What he's saying is pull your pants up and get a Tacoma.
I think we leave on that one.
Hey.
That's the show.
Please do not break into my Honda CRV.
I'm JT Kelley.
I'm Sam Castillo.
And I'm Jimmy Clifford.
Thank you. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
next week
See
on the
you next
internet.
weekend.
Bye.